What is it?
It's a car.
And why is it?
Well, shepherding people from A to B. 7 seats.
But who's it for?
A small family. Someone who likes a bit of performance, hence the AMG.
So, that's an AMG?
Yeah. Are you pleased to meet it?
Well, I think it's utterly ridiculous.
So, shall we make a movie on it? Just so everyone is crystal clear that this is actually an AMG, let's do some checks. AMG grille with the AMG badge, check. 20-inch AMG wheels in satin black with the AMG brake calipers, check. Gloss black AMG exhaust pipes, one on each side, check. Turbo and the 4MATIC badge, check. GLB35 badge, check. And of course, the main event, the AMG engine with the AMG strut just there to help aid in handling, check. Hello and welcome to another episode. This is the AMG Lounge. I'm G and this is the GLB35 AMG. Now, if you've subscribed to the channel, go on. Thank you. You may remember that GLA45S video that we done, and in that video I said, and this is probably the most unorthodox sports car currently in the market. But then again, there is a GLB35 AMG on its way. And now the GLB has come along and said, so here we are. It doesn't matter what I was trying to muster up, what I was trying to script. At the end of the day, I always came back to the same point, and that was to try and justify the existence of such a car. Why? Why do we have a GLB35 AMG? It's a compact 7-seater family SUV, which there is a market for. There always has been, except they've been like your Vauxhall Zefiras and your Volkswagen Charans, if you remember. You know, that market exists and it has done for a long time. So nothing new there. We've seen it all before. It's existed, except in the case of the GLB, it's carrying the highly coveted AMG badge, which now puts it in a league of its own. So that's the difference. It's one bit of difference, but it's a big difference. So I can say with some confidence, there is nothing else like this on the market. BMW don't do it, Audi don't do it. Volkswagen have a 300 brake horsepower 7-seater family compact SUV? I don't think so. If I've missed something, put it down in the comment section down below. Even if there was, I don't think it has 300 brake horsepower, 4-wheel drive, and that can do 0 to 60 in less than 6 seconds. Ooh. Let's put it into Sports Plus. And traffic. I guess from that point of view, that makes this car interesting, unique, a little bit different. No, it's not going to set your world alight on a racetrack. I mean, I think you'd probably feel uncomfortable there anyway, like your A35 would, or your A45 would, your Golf GTRs, your Golf Rs, and your Audi RS3s would. Clearly, it's not that type of car. It's not going to handle on winding country roads like a Lotus or a Porsche would, granted, although you've got to give it some credit. Even though it's quite high riding, it actually does okay thanks to its 4-wheel drive. So, yeah. Doesn't mean we can't try though. Flick. Of course, you can have all the power in the world and all the sophisticated driving aids and launch controls and stuff, but you are only as fast and as quick as the car in front. We'll come back to the driving stuff. Regardless, you are probably watching this video because you are trying to justify to your other half that this is a practical choice of a car. You know, you can put child seats in the back, you can fit 5 kids in the back with some luggage, or 4 kids, lots of luggage, 3 kids, even more luggage, etc., because of the configuration, whilst at the same time trying to satisfy the petrol head in you. It works. So it appeals as a everyday practical car. It's only powered by a 2-litre petrol engine, so it gives you okay consumption. You can do your IKEA runs, you can do your shopping trips, you can take all the kids to football, whatever, whilst at the same time having some degree of fun. And that is what it's all about, right? Just having fun. Kind of has a cool key too. Let's be serious for a second, right? Let's not lose sight of the fact that this is a powerful car. It has all the luxuries that you can have in a GLC or even a GLE. Literally. Parking sensors front and back, you've got reversing camera, folding mirrors, blind spot assist, driving assistance package, electric seats with a memory function, which you can also heat, dual zone climate control, 64 colour ambient lighting, glass panoramic sunroof, Burmester surround sound system, lots of USB Type-C connections, MBUX with Hey Mercedes, obviously, flappy paddle gearbox, leather seats, powered boot, keyless entry and keyless go, multi-beam LED headlights, and a very configurable rear end. You can have it as a 5-seater with a great big boot, you can have it as a 6-seater with some boot space, or you can go for the full 7-seater experience with limited boot space. Sounds good so far, right? No? You still think it's ridiculous? Okay, wait. One thing I will say is though, it is so comfortable in here. Honestly, it doesn't feel like a car that belongs in the compact car segment. It drives so smoothly for an AMG especially, and it feels very rugged, very solid, very sturdy. It feels very planted, and you can go into the bends feeling very confident and assured. It just feels very rugged, robust, solid and planted. Those are words that are very GLB. Even the little black arches around the wheel trims help give it that go anywhere rugged vibe. And even though it's a very tall car with a high driving position, and that has its benefits because visibility is fantastic, but it actually handles not like an A45 or an A35, but it does ride really, really well. And handle just really out of character. It's almost like a clown kite. It shouldn't be handling like this. And then you put it into Sports Plus and you drop a gear, you put your foot down.
1, 2, 3, let's go.
Very bizarre experience, I must say. Fun, but bizarre. What's that? Some guy blowing it down the country roads. Went that way. Now the GLB is available in a few petrol and diesel engines, but this is the chart-topping 35 as a 2-litre 4-cylinder turbocharged engine which produces just over 300 brake horsepower. There is no 45 version because that would be ridiculous, right? This particular one is the GLB35 Premium Plus, and it also has driving assistance pack to go with it as well, which means that I've got radar guided cruise control, I've got blind spot assist, so you can kind of just switch it on, set your speed and relax a little bit. With some input in the steering wheel, obviously you can't leave it alone for extended periods of time, but it will track the car in front and the lanes to keep you in check. Also, this being the AMG, down here you've got somewhere to rest your palm while you are fingering the touchpad. Around it you have 3 buttons. One is to switch the car into a fully manual mode. When it comes to the gearbox, you can switch the ESP from a sport handling mode to completely on, and also if you hold it down then it will just switch it off completely. On the other side you've got 3 different damper settings. So you've got the normal, comfort, sport and sport plus setting. I can't justify the existence of a GLB35 AMG because you know, I don't know whose idea it was, but they done a bloody good sales pitch at convincing AMG and Mercedes to join forces to produce one of these things. But in a way that I am glad such a car exists, because it's not taking itself too seriously, and there is nothing else like it, and that makes it quite niche. You know, you don't have to justify your purchase to anyone. If it makes sense for you, go out and buy one, and if you think it's absolutely ridiculous, then that might be a reason to go out and buy one. I want to compare it to a utility belt, okay? It has everything you need, everything you could want in a car. It's practical, it's got lots of space, visibility is great, it has all the tech that you can have in your higher end cars. It's four-wheel drive, therefore not only is it safe, but it's all weather. It's quick enough for your everyday use. It's safe, it's Mercedes, the tech is good, the drive is good, it's going to be reliable. And the fact that it carries an AMG badge, well, that's just a happy little bonus. So the GLB35 is quick enough, it has all the creature comforts, it's practical, has bags of space, and it's built well. Not to mention that it's cheaper than the 43, 53 and the 63 cars in the portfolio. Yet, I still didn't have a conclusion on it. And that's pretty much the verdict that I stumbled on whilst racking my brain about the justification of such an oddball of a compact 7-seater family SUV AMG. It hit me. This is not a purist's car, it's far from it. This is not a bad car, also far from it. It's not a car that you're gonna take to car meets. It's not gonna be the envy amongst your friends. The GLB35 is designed to have a purpose, which is practicality and to be useful, rather than adhere to the status quo of what an AMG should be. This is a utilitarian first, an AMG second. So, shall we make a movie on it? That was good.
That was good. And then you would